Okay, plan of action. Wolf that down, we're going for a celebratory drink to quench our thirst. After, if we're a bit peckish, we'll go out for a meal, then go to the cinema, munch on some popcorn, come home, and if we fancy like it, because I know you've got a sweet tooth, we'll open a bar of chocolate. Okay guys, welcome back to English class. If you've not already realised, today's video is going to be about food and drink vocabulary. We're going to learn some very useful verbs, expressions, and also adjectives and nouns. So, stay to the end of the video and you'll know how to express yourself perfectly in English talking about food and drink. Okay, so we're going to start with a phrasal verb. The first one is to eat up or drink up. Now this means to finish what you're drinking on or you're eating very quickly. Imagine you're running late for a film. You could say to your friend, quickly, eat up, drink up, we have to go. The film's starting in 15 minutes. Number 2, finish off. Now, if you're in a rush, you could say to your friend, finish off this for me. Imagine you're halfway through a pizza. You could say, finish the pizza off for me, I have to go. Number 3, to gulp down. Now, this could be related to food or drink. Imagine that you're really consuming the food or drink really quickly, and the verb actually to gulp is, that's the gulp. So, you could say, I gulped down my last slice of pizza and I rushed out the door to make the film. Number 4, to munch. Now imagine that you're at the movies or at the cinema and you've got a nice big box of popcorn. What are you doing with the popcorn? You're munching on the popcorn. So this usually is when you're making some sort of noise or it's like a crunchy food you're munching on. Maybe even an apple. Number 5, to nibble. This isn't quite munch. This is when, for example, you have a piece of cheese. If you like, you can imagine a little mouse nibbling on a piece of cheese. Okay, so it's taking very small bites of a bit of food. Number 6, to pick at something. Maybe you're not feeling really hungry or you're a bit upset or even distracted by something. So you're sat at the dinner table and your mother asks you, stop picking at your food. What's the problem? So you're taking little bits here and there and you're probably not enjoying the meal. Number 7, to polish off. This is quite the opposite to number 6. Polish something off means that you thoroughly enjoyed it. You didn't even leave a little scrap on the plate. Number 8, to sip. Now, the British love cups of teas. Now, if you imagine a nice cup of warm tea after a cold, bitter winter day in England, there's nothing better than sipping on a warm cup of tea. Number 9, to swallow. Now this is the action of consuming the food or drink. Imagine also if you have a sore throat, maybe you've been coughing a lot. So every time you swallow, your throat hurts a lot. Number 10, to swig. Now imagine that you've been playing tennis all day, maybe 5-6 hours, and you didn't bring your water bottle. Silly you. So you get home, you go into the fridge, pour out a lovely cold glass of iced water, and then you swig the glass of water. So basically you're swallowing large amounts of drink. Okay, the 11th and final verb is to wolf down. Now if you imagine a pack of wolves chowing down on their prey, they are doing it so quick. They don't wait for man nor beast. So, to wolf something down means you don't think about anything else. You just focus on eating what's on your plate so you can get off and do something. For example, I don't know, maybe in the morning you wolf down your breakfast to rush to school because we all know how much you love school, right? Moving on to some adjectives and nouns. Number 1, a side dish. This is when, for example, you are in a restaurant and you ask for an extra dish of food alongside your main meal. Maybe it would be some vegetables or even a salad. My favorite side dish in Spain is patatas bravas. If you don't know what they are, try them out. Number 2, a celebratory drink. For example, maybe you've been promoted at your job, so you want to invite your friends to go for a celebratory drink. Maybe you pop open the bottle of bubbly. Or if you don't drink alcohol, you could have a soft drink. A soft drink is usually non-alcoholic and it's very sweet. Okay, number 3, a fussy eater. Now this is somebody who is very picky with their food. They probably won't go out of their comfort zone. They don't like to try new food. Whereas number 4, a big eater would be someone who eats pretty much everything. Probably eats too much. Number 5, a square meal. This is usually a meal that is substantial, satisfying, and balanced. Normally in English we say we have 3 square meals a day: breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Number 6, ready meal. This is a pre-cooked meal. All you have to do is heat it up in the microwave. And Bob's your uncle. Number 7, and the final one, is a raging thirst. This is when you have a real need to drink something, and quick. Okay guys, now we're finished off with some expressions. First expression being to be peckish. Now to be peckish means that you have a desire to eat. Maybe your stomach is rumbling and you can hear it. You could say to your friend, let's go to Burger King. I'm getting peckish, or I am peckish. Number 2, not really related to eating or the action of eating food, but it is to eat into one's time or to eat into one's money. This is to use or to take away a large part of something valuable to you. Imagine that you're a family and you really want to get home to see your kids, and the boss just keeps going on and on about the next project and you really have to get home. So you're thinking, my boss is eating into my time here. I really need to go home. Expression number 3, to eat like a bird. Now this means to eat very little. Maybe a person at a dinner table only opts for an apple. Well, you could say he's eating like a bird. Yeah, and maybe you're sat with a nice big roast dinner. Number 4, again, metaphorically, this is to eat your words. This is to admit something you said was wrong. Imagine that you've just told your friend who's going to win the basketball game at the weekend, and you said, if you don't listen to me, you're not going to win any money. And then your friend listens to you, ends up losing the money, and well, you ate your own words. And you have to admit to him or her you were wrong. Expression number 5, to eat somebody out of house and home. This means to eat a lot of someone else's food. Imagine you have that friend who always comes to your house and asks your parents, Miss Hayes, I'm really peckish. What are you having for lunch today? Or what are you having for dinner? And your friend looks at you and thinks, greedy. Number 6, to have a sweet tooth. Now this means that you really enjoy or you like eating chocolates or sweets or something which has a lot of sugar. Do you have a sweet tooth? Expression number 7, to quench. Yes, it's quite an interesting word. To quench your thirst. Now imagine you've been out all day, you come home and you really, really are craving a nice Lucozade or Gatorade or Aquarius if you're from Spain. So you open the fridge and you quench your thirst. It doesn't mean you have to gulp down the drink or to sip it. You just drink it and you're quenching your thirst. And the last expression for today, guys, is to work up an appetite. This usually is when you work out in the gym, for example, or you go for a run. You are working up an appetite, so you are hungry later. Your parents might tell you, go for a run or do some exercise, play with your brother, I don't know, do something, because dinner is in 1.5 hours. You need to be hungry. So guys, that's been some useful food and drink vocabulary. Leave a like and subscribe to the channel. It's a goodbye for now. See you in the next one.